point. So one thing is Raja's specialized just for kernel execution. It relies basically on other modules to handle memory. So Kokkos is kind of more complete in trying to capture everything. But as far as the execution model goes, I think the main constraints are the control they expose to the developer. So Kokkos, will often make a very good decision on how to execute things as far as like the details go. But Raja tries to expose that to the developer, which can be very helpful in cases like stencil codes where, your kind of tiling size and things like that start to play a very big role.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to kind of do automatically in a system. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you have?
yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Yeah, it's you get more knobs, right? Which is both very good and bad, right? Because it's it's good to have knobs if you need to tune. But it makes things harder to use right out of the box.
Yeah. Yeah, but underlying, they rely on a lot of the same concepts from C++ to enable them to work.
See, can we define a vector of views? Assume each view is a 2D array. I think there's view of views, but it's advanced only. I wouldn't trust, try not to do that kind of thing. View is really just, mapping over, one chunk of memory, for lack of a better word. Let's see, other questions. Is that it? Ray said something about Java. What did Ray say?
No, it was a question making an analogy.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, no, I think it's a good analogy. Very good. It's and even as we we develop backends in Kokkos, right? The first thing is get it working and then start getting better performance. And over time, right, new versions of both Raja and Kokkos will can give you better performance on hardware as time goes on because those things get optimized.
Yeah, I can expand on that even a little bit more. Is like I know for Raja, I believe for Kokkos also is that one of the main goals is to have it be like a zero cost abstraction or potentially even better. So at least for Raja, we're regularly kind of comparing with the Raja Performance Suite. Has a lot of kernels and other examples if you want to look through it, but it basically is just trying to compare what's the performance if you just directly use CUDA or OpenMP to using Raja in the same way, just to make sure that kind of adding these levels of indirection and using your templating and lambdas doesn't actually impact anything, which it doesn't as far as we can see.
Yeah, I mean, other than compile times, which can be long, but yeah, it's to get fast runtime execution. And yeah, there's a bunch of performance tests for Kokkos, and yeah, we're also very cognizant of we want to be as close to zero cost as we can. Sorry, zero runtime cost as we can. And we even do take into account what's our compile time cost, right? We can make decisions based, trying to make that more efficient at times too. Well, if there are no more questions.